Linux permissions. That's what we'll be talking about in this video. What are Linux permissions and how can you give permissions to Linux file or directory? All right. So first, you can only apply permissions to file and directories, and these permissions you give them to user groups and others. Basically, you can apply permissions to a file or a directory, and these permissions, the people that will have the right to it are group of users, particular user, or others. There are some users in the others directory, basically a group of user or a particular user. So how can you see the permissions on a file, and how can you see the people that have these permissions? It's very simple. Let's list out the content of a directory. In this directory we have some content at the moment. We have you can see we have three we have 1 2 3 4 5 different files here, 4 different files. Then we have a directory. This is a directory, this is a file, just a normal file, this is another normal file, this is a file as well, but I will show you the difference why this is green and the other files are like white. So now we can ls will list out the names of the file here. If we should do ls -l, is going to list out the names, as you can see, and the permissions and the users and groups that have these permissions. It's going to tell you the last date this file or directory was modified. So that's what you are seeing here. So at the left hand side there, you have the permissions. These are the users that have rights on this, and these are the group of users that have rights, that have these permissions on this file. So let's take an example of I'm going to take an example of this file. So to just run the last command, then we pipe it. Let's pipe it with grep sysinfo. All right, I'm going to run that again. So now this command simply just list out everything and then give us a line that contains sysinfo. That's why I have sysinfo here. This is a file. So what we want to do here is to look at the permissions. So if you notice, the first hyphen that you can see here, it's like hyphen dash. So anywhere you see dash in a particular file or directory, when you do ls -l, you are going to get different things here, and depending on what you get here, it tells you the kind of file you are working with, it tells you the kind of file this file is. If you see -l, then it shows that this is just a normal file, oftentimes text file. So as you can see, this is a shell. If you have text file, then this will be the same thing, anything that contains text. That's why I see hyphen here. If it were to be a directory, then you see D here. If it is a link, then you see L here. If it is, you just have different file system in Linux, but this here tell you the kind of file system you are dealing with. Then the others up to the end of this dot is the permission, and the permission that you can see here, we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 placeholders: argwx, arg-x, arg-x. The first 3 argwx is for the user, which is this, that's the right, and what this r means is read, w means write, and x means executable. That is, this user here, which is the root, can read this file, can write into this file, and can execute this file. While the group any user that I put inside a group will be able to read, will not be able to write, and will be able to execute. Can see, and others that is not listed anywhere around there, just other users, they can read this particular file, they can read the content, they can't write into the content, but they can execute the content. So this is the explanation of Linux file system, and if you understand this, you can do anything. So now we understand this line here, and we understand this line, and this is just the date, the last date this was modified, and the name of the file. So let's say you want to modify the write on this file, the permissions. You want to modify the permissions on this file. The easiest way to do that is using chmod. This is the command used to modify the permissions, and then you have a chmod, and you have whatever you want to do. So let's say you want to add there are several ways to do this, but one way is to put hyphen plus x. This here shows that you want to add executable rights, and then you can provide the username. You can either provide I think, let's say an example is this. Let's say I want to remove the executable right for root user. I'm currently signing as a root user, so if I should do -x, then the name of the file, in this case sys info.html, you notice that this x will be gone. So I should hit enter, and then we run the last command, and as you can see, the x is gone for all the root users, because I'm root. In fact, I'm in the, and all the groups that I am will not, the permission will be taken away. That's why you see that the executable right is gone for everything here, because I belong to the root user and I belong to the root group, so the permission is gone. Let's say you want to remove w. If you want to add it back, just as simple as you using plus instead of hyphen or negative here, and it's there. Another command, let's say you want to remove for the user, something that you can do is to pass u here. Just hit enter, and then let's see what we got. Can you see the user, just the user doesn't have executable permission, while the group still maintains the permission, and the other still maintains the permission by using user. You can have u for the user, you can have g for the group, and you can have o for the others. Let's say I want to remove every right for the others on this file, so I'll just use o. Mind you, there is another another way of writing this, but I think this is just cooler, I think. So as you can see, we have removed all the permissions that others have on this particular file. So, and this is similar to group directories as well. Can you see you have the, just like what I talk about, which indicates that this is a directory, and these are the permissions of the directory. You can use these commands to modify the permissions on the directories as well.